What's going on, internet? My name is Sean Patrick. My brother in crime, brother Lucas, over there to my left, right, whichever it is on the camera, I don't care. Anyway, today we're going to start in on part 1 of G1 Climax 28. This is going to be the B block. This video specifically is going over the undercard, which are probably better than 90% of all WWE matches combined. Actually, you know what, the card for today, first match, Hangman Page and Chase Owens versus Shota Umino and Michael Elgin. Second one, Evil and Bushi versus Yoshihashi and Sho. Then we move on to my guy, the young boy killer, Minoru Suzuki and El Desperado versus Toji Makabe and Toa Hanare. Then we got Bad Luck Fale and Tangaloa versus Kazuchika Okada and Geto. And Hiroshi Tanahashi and David Finlay finish up the night with Jay White and Yo. So, getting into the first match, Hangman Page and Chase versus Red Shoes Kid and Michael Elgin. What do you think?
Shota Umino, yeah, and Elgin. So, what I first noticed in that match, Hangman Page hitting this innovative maneuver I've never seen before. Maybe he's done it before, but he got Shota up on his shoulders and in the fireman's carry, and then saw Elgin coming in front of him, so he just dropped Shota behind him and drop kicked Michael Elgin and used that him as a base to do a moonsault, and then he hit Shota where he had laid him out. He hit him with that moonsault. I had never seen that before, so that was spectacular. After that, I saw Big Mike hit that springboard spinning elbow from the outside of the apron. That was nice. And Shota Umino always has this like fighting spirit. Like being Red Shoes Kid, he's been in the business, so he has that like intangibleness. Like I could see him going a long way after his excursion.
I'm sure he's set up for great success right now. He's got a great work rate, great attitude. Go out there, do anything and everything. I mean, he's Red Shoes Kid. What else can you say?
Mm-hmm. And then other than that, there was good teamwork by Hangman Page and Chase Owens. Like they were just hitting combos together over and over, like putting together some sweet combinations. And the finish was Chase getting the jewel heist on Shota. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, the one thing that really stood out, going back to Shota, it was that spine buster. That went into a Boston Crab, just taking that spine buster, rolling it through, getting that Boston Crab, which is, one of the, actually it's the only submission maneuver that the Young Boys can use. I say Young Boys and Young Lions, that's their program, their training program, very similar to NXT, but a whole lot more disciplined and, better.
Probably way more difficult to make it through too.
Yeah, they send them off to a dojo. They live at the dojo. They eat, breathe, do everything wrestling for however long it takes for them to succeed or fail. And after they graduate the dojo, they go on excursion. They come back. They've got their character development down, and they're off to the races for some kind of championship. Then they usually come in with a hot push, and it's just really good stuff. Back to Shota, he hit a beautiful double drop kick off the top rope during that match. Like you said, Owens took the victory over Shota because the Young Lion always eats the pin. Moving on.
That was a good point though. When he was hitting that Boston Crab, he was just taking licks. Like whoever was hitting him in the face, like with forearms, and he was just going like back at him. I love that.
Come on.
Yeah, basically. Who knows where that's from, huh?
Yeah, right. All right, man. Moving on, we got Evil and Bushi versus Yoshihashi and Sho. Let's see, Evil and Yoshi, they started off, and then very quickly in the match, Yo just ate the rail with his head. It was really hard to watch, but he hit it full on back and he kind of slid down a little bit. It was just pretty brutal. See, there's a great drop kick in there by Bushi, quickly followed by a Bushi Rooney, another one of my favorite moves. Onto Yoshi there. Sho hit a backstabber and then rolled through, got an armbar hooked in on Evil, and then Evil submitted to that armbar, but the great thing about this is, Evil won that one with it was a Banshee submission move. I don't exactly know what it's called, but it was pretty good. You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, let's see. I just have, yeah, so he scooted on the ropes to make the break. He was just kicking his way to the ropes slowly when he was in that armbar. Evil was in the armbar by Show, and he kicked his way under the ropes, got out. And then the finish was just basically, well, Evil hits Yoshihashi with the STO, or everything is Evil. Yoshihashi rolls out the ring. Bushi hits his, like, version of the mid-rope codebreaker, and then Evil gets the submission right after that on Show. That's all I have on that. It was a pretty solid match. I mean, once again, I'm not really a big Yoshihashi fan, for not even for any reason other than he's just kind of plain flavor to me. But it wasn't a bad match. They played their part in the card. So.
Another thing I kind of wanted to touch on was the differences in Eastern and Western wrestling, and you mentioned it a lot when we were watching this. The tag partner is always going to protect their other partner during a pinfall. They're not going to stand on the apron and just let it happen.
Well,
in most cases, I'm leaving that one out for now. You'll hear about it later, guys. But yeah, they just do a really good job. They take everything in tag team wrestling and do it the correct way, the way that they used to do it old school back in the 80s and somewhat even, into the mostly early 90s and into the mid 90s. Yeah, that's all I got on that one. Unless you got something else, we're gonna move on to my guy, the young lion killer, Minoru Suzuki, and see El Desperado versus Toji Makabe. I don't know.
Togi Makabe.
Yeah. And Toa Hanara. Man, I can't talk today. I spent last night, yeah. Like way up, too long, no sleep. All right, take that one away if you want to.
All right. Yeah. So this surprise, it starts with a jump start. That's Suzuki-gun's MO, and man, like you can tell Suzuki likes to, more work the veterans and more like throw some stank on it for like the younger kids or the young lions or whatnot. Good working forearms. He started to get a little bit stiffer. They were just teasing, tomorrow's match, which is what all these matches are for, is to set up the next day's events, these tag matches. They're not just throwaway fillers to get everyone on the card. And this went for a bit. They went on the outside. The finish was Suzuki grabbed Hanare real quick in the sleeper, and then he hit him with the Gotch pile driver. I don't really have much else to say, but I'm sure you have everything to say about Suzuki, so I'll leave it to you.
I love Suzuki. You said it also. It's really fun to watch this guy work, because you can tell when he's working with a veteran, he's not hitting him as hard. He's not laying him in. I believe you said putting the stank on it. He'll throw more working moves and work less stiff with the other guys. So it's really fun to see who he's going to beat on during the match. And unlike yesterday, where no young boys were harmed in the filming of this contest, today was back to the norm. Suzuki, he beat up a young boy after the match. Had a stare down with Makabe, and of course the little girl in this entire situation was Don Callis, who was squealing all the way home when Suzuki came over towards the announce table. That guy's legit afraid of Suzuki, and I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. Yeah, that's all I got on that one. We'll move along to the next match. Bad Luck Fale Tangaloa versus Kazuchika Okada and Gato. I like seeing Vacation Okada. It's really nice to see him out there. He's having fun. He doesn't have the pressure of being a champion. I mean, this guy's coming out with balloons and he's throwing them into the crowd. He's smiling. He's wearing a t-shirt. I mean, he needs a Hawaiian shirt and Gato needs a lantern. And I mean, you've got the best imitation product you could ever have. Oh man. As far as the match goes, Okada and Fale started off. Fale hits a huge splash on Okada. Let's see. And then that followed up clothesline, Okada to Fale over the top rope. later on in the match, we had Ghetto. He was pinning Loa, and Loa kicked out with some authority, man. He kicked out, and Ghetto went flying across the ring, almost into the referee. After that, Loa took it out with a Tonga driver, which is basically like a sit-down tombstone on Ghetto for the 1-2-3. Do you have anything to comment on that one?
Nope, except for the Scooby-Dooby-Doo. That's about it.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Did he do a Scooby-Dooby-Doo? I missed it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh man, I missed it. All right,
yeah, which is randomly Okada just decided to yell Scooby-Dooby-Doo when he does this like flying crossbody off the top rope. I have no idea where it's coming from. I'm gonna investigate though.
Vacation Okada, man. And he likes 80s cartoons. 70s cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mystery Machine Okada. Alright, the main event as far as the undercard tag match with Hiroshi Tanahashi and David Finlay versus Jay White and Yo. Let's see. This one starts off kind of interestingly. Not really sure what's going on. I think it might explain itself pretty soon. Probably they'll go into more detail on this and elaborate after this tournament. It's my prediction. But they're certainly setting up some stepping stones. So what happened was they were starting the match and Jay White decided to leave Yo there all by himself. He's like, you know what? I've got a match tomorrow for points. So I don't really care about this match. I'm going to walk off. It doesn't matter if we win or lose, really. I'm just going to walk off, and I'm going to let this guy who's pretty new into the main card take over. And, of course, Chaos is in complete chaos right now.
Yep.
So it plays into that storyline very well. Jay White decides to come back. He thinks about it a little bit. He's like, you know what? Maybe I can go out there and just take out some aggression or inflict some damage on somebody. Doesn't matter if I win, lose, get disqualified. I'm just gonna go out there and have a little bit of fun. So he goes back. He goes back, hits somebody, and promptly leaves again. So basically, it left us with Finlay and Tanahashi, and Jay White. Or I'm sorry, and
Yo,
where am I? Finlay and Tanahashi and Yo. Pretty much for the rest of the match. What kind of notes and highlights do you have on that one?
Yeah, at some point in the early going, Jay starts hitting Tanahashi's knee. Starts working that knee from last night that Suzuki destroyed. There's a point where Finlay hits a Uranagi backbreaker. I don't know if he just added that to his arsenal or what. I haven't ever seen him do that before. He hits Jay White with it. And then, yeah, other than that, you want to talk about the finish?
Yeah, let's see. Alright, so Jay White goes to the outside and he picks up a chair. He uses the chair and then tries to hand it off to Yo. And Yo takes the chair, but he just can't bring himself to use the chair, even though he's supposed to be learning sneaky tactics. What is it? They call
Sneaky
it
style.
sneaky style. He's just he can't morally do it. So he gives the chair back and ends up he got rolled up. Did he get rolled up? Is that how it happened?
For the
no,
finish?
it was a stunner, by Page, who then got the
Finlay.
1-2-3 off by Finlay.
Yeah.
Finlay.
Finlay hit the stunner.
Yeah.
And
yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Finlay hit the stunner, got the 1-2-3. Jay White let that happen. It's kind of like, I guess, a punishment because Jay White says Chaos is his now. This is his Chaos. He's going to be the leader of Chaos faction. And, one of his boys disobeyed him, so he just let him eat the pin. Hopefully, I guess in his mind, he's going to lose face over that or something. But I don't know. That was his way of punishment. Overall, great show.
Another thing I noticed too was whenever that happened, Finlay and Jay White were just staring at each other like Finley had him in the pin, and that plays back into they were both young boys together, Jay White and Finley, and Jay White has probably beat Finley like 4 or 5 times, or maybe more than that, out of their encounters. And basically, Finley just can't beat Jay White or anything, so it's kind of like a moral victory for him. And they were just kind of staring at each other, and so it was. I think also, Jay White has a little bit of I don't want to say fear, but apprehension because with Finley. So there's like a whole little subplot there. But yeah, that's about all I have for that.
All right. Well, it's time for us to move on to the tournament matches. So goodbye for now. Please do remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit that bell notification, and while you're at it, leave a comment. Tell us what you want us to cover. If you want more New Japan stuff, if you want more WWE, Ring of Honor, indie shows, All In, we're doing All In.
Oh, yeah.
So do all those things, and we'll see you next time.